Well, we find recruits a lot of ways. Certainly our relationship with, the high schools, across the country and the club teams across the country. More and more players, especially in Ontario, are playing summer football. So good way for us, especially in a time when we're not as busy. Getting out to high school games is sometimes difficult. We have to rely a little bit more on film when we're dealing with high schools, because we just don't get out to see as many games in the fall because it conflicts with our season and our practices. But the summer is a good time for us to be able to, in the spring when they start up, getting out to games and practices, watching kids live, see how they interact with their team, and then the talking to the coaches, both the club coaches and the high school coaches, and finding out, are they good students? Are they good people? They're going to fit in with your team, and do they have the skill set necessary to compete and play at the university level? And then the other thing is film, getting good quality film, because I think at the end of the day, we all want to be able to watch players play, and not just a highlight film, a game film from a whole game, because I always say, what you see on film is who you are, and what you put on film is who you are and what your abilities are and how you play, not just on your highlight film, but how you play every single down. And I think that film is a great way. I mean, it's 30 years ago, there wasn't as much good quality film, but now everyone has a phone that can take film, and video recorders are more reasonable and affordable for clubs and teams to purchase. And so getting good quality film for us to be able to evaluate is really important. No, absolutely not. I mean, I think that any football is good football, and that we're fortunate in Ontario to have lots of different teams and leagues playing throughout the summer. So there's good football in both leagues. Here in London, we have two organizations. We have the Thunderbirds and the Junior Mustangs. People assume that because it's the Junior Mustangs, we have this. We're only going to recruit players from the Junior Mustangs. That's absolutely not true. We have an arrangement. They bought the rights to the name. We will help them out, but we do as much for the Thunderbirds as we do for the Junior Mustangs. Well, I think it's always good to hear from the coach. So especially if you trust the opinion of the coach and you have a relationship with that coach. I mean, I think that you want good, honest information provided by the coach about the players, not just ability, but how they interact and what kind of teammate they are. And I think that that's very important. That they're respectful, that they care about their teammates, that they have great work ethic, that they're dependable and trustworthy. All those good things that are really important can come through the coach. And so I think it's important when you're recruiting student athletes to get opinions from people that you trust, and the people that the coaches deal with those players all the time. The other thing is it's not just the coaches, because you have to then be able to go back and look at film, and be able to identify players from their film, and also any live practices or live games that you're able to attend. And as I said, in the summertime, it affords university coaches an opportunity to get out and see some summer football. So watching it live is good film, and then certainly talking to the coaches and getting a little bit more information on the player and how they interact with their teammates is important. If you're good, they'll find you.
Well, in today's COVID atmosphere, we've had to change it up quite a bit, actually. So right now, what we personally do is we talk to a lot of the coaches that we know and respect, and even other coaches to get recommendations who they feel could play at the next level. Um, And then if possible, we get their latest film and break down that, fully understanding that, especially at this age, kids develop quite quickly. So they might be 10 pounds heavier and they might be faster and stronger, and we take that into account. But a lot of it comes from word of mouth of people that we trust. And then going down through the list of things, can they get into school? That's a huge thing for us. And then trying to extrapolate from there. Like I mentioned, huge right now, huge, because we don't have film on a lot of these players right now. So we have to talk to the people that work with them, every day, that know the kid, know the character, especially in our situation where we're trying to rebuild a program, change the culture. So character is a huge issue for us. And so we have got to talk to their coaches to find out what their character are, what their work habits are like, and are they skilled? And it helps if you know that coach and you trust that coach, because we've all been through the thing, and we're proud of our players and supportive of our players, but you got to be realistic at all too. You can't tell us, oh, this is a Div 1 kid, and then we see them, and unfortunately we see that, oh, he's a Div 1 kid, but like, no, he's not a Div 1 kid. So then you got to take it with a grain of salt next time. But if a coach is perfectly honest with us over a period of time, then we can trust them, and then his word counts for a lot. It carries a lot of weight for, for the reasons I just stated, is that we have to go by word of mouth, and with people that we trust, because we don't have a lot of the usual tools that we use. So it carries a very important factor always, but now it's even more important.